This is Diana Sullivan in Austin, Texas. This technique video about short row shaped Quaker stitch is a sneak peek at one of the techniques I'm including in my upcoming online seminar. The sponsoring club asked for a garter bar class. I added a new pattern and a new way to use the garter bar with shaped Quaker stitch. This pumpkin hat, shown on my life-size baby doll, is Quaker stitch combined with short row shaping to make a stretchy hat with a great fitting crown. Of course, when I teach the pattern, I'll also pick up and knit the ribbed cuff and the stem. I started my pumpkin hat by setting my carriage on tension 5. I'm using group 4 yarn, and I did a few rows of waste yarn. I've got a clothespin hanging on it. I've got 2 weights on it. I may have to adjust weights. This is a short row project. It's also a garter bar project, so you need weight on across. I think I'll move these in a little bit so that there's more weight across the work. You need weight to hold the stitches on the garter bar. Now I'm going to thread up with my pumpkin color, and I've got my machine set for short rowing, which is H on my brother. And I'm going to go ahead and knit 1 row over all the needles. Now that'll put my carriage on the left. My carriage is set for short rowing, and the way I'm going to shape this is put 2 needles into hold on the far right and knit on over, then put another, then knit back, then 2 again, and then 1, and then 2 again, and then 1, then I knit to the left, and now I'm going to knit 1 row across all the needles. An easy way to do that is to just push the needles into upper working position. That's about halfway back, and I knit across. That completes 1 section of my little pumpkin hat. I need the carriage to be on the left. If I push in my left part button, then I can slide to the left. My carriage is on the left, the yarn's hanging in front. I'm going to unthread the yarn, and I'm going to cancel that part button because I want it to knit all the needles on the next section. Now I get to flip the work. I bring the needles out to hold. I'm using my stopper as a pusher, and I put my stopper down, and then I push all the stitches back. I take my garter bar with the grooves up. Right now the bumps are up, so I want these grooves up. I also want this bar up. This is a Japanese garter bar, and I go ahead and pull my stitches onto the bar. Then I like to open the latches. Just go back a little, don't go back too far, and then flip it over and rehang this stuff. Now the pointy section of the little shaped hat will be on the left, the narrow section. And I think you can see that okay. What I'm going to do, and my garter bar makes a good pusher, is I'm going to knit 1 row over all the needles and go to the right. Now I'm going to do the shaping again, 2 stitches, then 1, 2, then 1, 2, then 1. Then knit across all the needles to the left. I need to slip back, so I'm using a part button, the rightmost part button this time. I slip back. That repositions my carriage. I unthread, and you see my triangle is getting much longer on this side. I have knit stitches up to here, and then I have purl stitches there. And I'm going to go ahead and flip the work again. It's a good time too to move the weights. I want this end to be outside the rest of the group, and I put my tool on, pull all the stitches onto the tool, pick it up, flip it over, pull the tool down, needles back in work. Now, the narrow section is now on the right. My carriage is on the right. I'm going to knit to the left. I'm interrupting this technique for a very quick announcement. Starting in July, I am doing another online seminar. It's a great value with many new patterns over 5 afternoon classes. Attend sessions live or watch them later since they are recorded. We'll have a private group where we can get to know each other, and we'll post the class videos, handouts, and patterns there. Click on the link for the details and do come join us. I'm going to do that short row shaping again. Slip to the left. I always slip after the shaping because I know I'm about to flip. So now I'm going to flip the work. I've already done 3 sections. This is great garter bar practice. The grooves always have to be up. I can rethread, knit to the right, and then I can do another set of shaping. Then knit everybody. Slip back, cancel slip, unthread, and flip the work again. Notice how I always peek and make sure that everything got on okay. Notice how I use my stopper as a pusher. And do another section. Every so often, move your weights up. Now every now and then you're going to look and you're going to count and see how many sections you have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. So I need to keep going a little while, and I will do that off camera. I've done 10 sections. I'm going to unthread the yarn. I need a nice long piece for sewing, so I'm cutting a pretty long piece. And I'm going to take this off on waste yarn. Let's look at what we've got so far. I get a real kick out of Quaker Stitch because of the way that it curls. And what we have here is this thing that is curling this way. But if we join the beginning and end, we'll get our little hat shape.